Keep your blaster handy, the West is a dangerous place. Fight to survive as men turn to monsters and the dead rise on the Wild West Exodus Hub at beastsofwar.com. Flames of War brings you the battles of World War II in epic 15mm scale. Go to the hub on beastsofwar.com to find news, tactics and tutorials about the game.
Hi guys and welcome to Drop Tactics. In this one, Simon from Hawk is going to be taking me through a whole lot of stuff to do with the Shaltari Leopard. Now let me show you this. It's an absolutely beautiful, beautiful kit. I'm just such a fan of the visual style of the Shaltari. So Simon, what can you tell me about this unit?
It's very much a knife fighter. It's dangerous, it's powerful, but it's very short ranged.
Yeah.
It's got to get up close and personal with its targets, but it's also very cheap in the Shaltari scheme of things.
Yeah.
It's only 85 points a model, which is pretty bargainacious for 4 damage points in armor 9.
Yeah.
And the Shaltari shield save.
Bargainacious.
I know, it's a good phrase. So you need an Eden gate to bring it to the battlefield.
Okay. Yeah. So it's one of these.
One of those.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
So so as well as the 85 points for that,
you're looking at the Eden cost as well. Sort of like another 50 or so.
Okay. So is it kind of anti-tank then? Is that
it's anti-tank, and it can also be anti-infantry.
Yeah.
It's 2 side guns. Those of you who are familiar with the Shaltari will recognise them from the Dream Snare. Each of them fires 12 anti-infantry shots. So you can put out 24 anti-infantry shots, which is a phenomenal.
Yeah.
Or they can come together to form one high-powered short-range anti-tank shot. Its main gun on top is just 2 powerful anti-tank shots.
Right, well, let's run a demo. I want to roll some dice.
You want to kill some stuff, don't you? Okay.
Yes, I do.
So, if we go for... Let's do the anti-tank first.
Yeah.
So, first of all, we've got some Gladius down here, causing some problems for the Shaltari.
Yeah.
So, if you take 3 dice, that's 2 for the main gun on top, and 1 for the combined side shots.
Yep.
You hit on a 2 or more because it's an anti-tank shot.
Okay.
And there's no cover involved. You hit 3 times.
Right, so I've hit all 3.
Now,
no problem.
These guys have energy 12, which is very powerful.
That is very
powerful. But it's only a 9-inch range, so you've got to get out close to those tanks.
Hence why you want to transport them to get them in there.
Because the actual Leopard itself only moves 4 inches a turn.
Yeah.
It's not going to be able to... It will keep pace with a medium to heavy tank. It's not going to keep pace with skimmers. It's not going to catch one. You know, you're going to need to get it in range to begin with, so they can't escape from you.
All right. So
we roll some damage.
Okay.
So energy 12, armor 10, 3 or more.
Okay.
And with that roll, you've managed to roll 2 higher.
Yep.
So technically, each one of those does 2 damage.
So that's 4 damage.
4 damage. So if you had fired them 1 at each, it actually would have blown up both of them. But generally, you want to probably concentrate your
fire to make sure you take it out.
I mean, you're never quite sure what you're going to roll, so you want to make sure you kill.
But as a demonstration for somebody that you could have...
you could have split your fire and you would have blown apart both of them.
Yeah. Holy moly.
And that'd be two heavy tanks dead for an 85-point unit.
Yeah.
Which is pretty scary.
And what's the value of the tanks, the 2 Gladius?
I mean, the Gladius, it depends what you're firing. Each around 59 points for Gladius. You know, it depends on what...
Yeah, so maybe up to about 120 points or something. Yeah. Oh, that's not bad.
It's not bad at all.
Right. You say it does infantry as well.
It does.
Okay.
So, instead of getting the extra 1 dice, it can fire 12 shots from each side gun.
Right. Okay.
So, would you like to... So, what we've got here, we've got some infantry in this building here. Some UCM mortar teams who have clearly been causing these Shaltari some problems.
Yep.
You could fire some shots at those guys.
Oh, absolutely.
So, if you take 12 dice...
Okay, so I have 6, 7, 8, 9... 10, 11, 12. Okay.
Okay. And you're going to need 3 or more.
Okay, so let's see what we get. Alrighty. I'll just take these ones out. There we go.
And then you're going to need 4 or more.
So 3s followed by 4s. Okay, so... Ooh, there we go.
And that's an entire base dead.
So as simple as that.
Simple as that. And so this thing is a monster.
And that's just one arm.
That's one arm. You've got the other arm there as well.
The other arm.
Yeah. If there are infantry on the walls, you do not want them facing something armed with those cannons because they are devastating. The Shaltari have it also in the in some of the other units. They've got them as well. They've got 1 or 2 of them.
Yeah.
And yeah, they destroy infantry from the walls. So if you want your infantry to be searching for objectives and one of these is facing you, make sure if you're going to shoot, you're on one of the other walls that's not facing it. Because you can only target things with these weapons. They're not flame weapons.
Right, okay.
You can only target what they can see.
Right.
So if this infantry squad was on the other wall, let's say this far wall here,
yes,
they wouldn't be able to shoot it.
Okay, so if he was there, but if he was on this wall or potentially that wall,
yeah,
then he could.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So it's more I think of it as a deterrent if you're facing one of these.
Yeah.
Looking and go, is it worth me making the shots from a facing that it will be able to see?
Mm-hmm.
If it can't see you, then it's definitely worth making the shots. If it can see you, think about the trade-off.
Well, 9-inch range, did you say?
9-inch range for the anti-tank guns, 18 for the anti-infantry.
Then it needs dealt with.
It does.
So what are my options for dealing with
For
that
something like
particular
this, I mean, it's a couple of things really. If you can destroy the transport, you can take down the Eden Gate, it can't get to where it needs to get to.
Okay, you start to nullify it, but if it's stuck in the middle of the board
It's already
somewhere,
there. It's already there. You probably want to either hit it from range.
Yep.
If you've got something like the Gladius, for example, or something like the Odins, but if they were further away, their ranges are 24 inches.
Yeah.
If they were back at 24, this might be, or even 18.
Yeah.
This thing's only got a 9-inch range with anti-tank guns. So you can outrange it and just pound it from distance.
Yeah.
Gunships. Gunships are very good. If you've got something like a Cyclone,
yep.
Obviously, it hasn't got any anti-air on it.
Yes.
So if there's no AA coverage, the Cyclone can come in, unload missiles, and just basically kill it over a turn or two.
Yeah.
Depending on how many Cyclones you've got.
So with it not having any anti-air, then you really need to have your combined arms mind on if you're using one of these.
Yeah. Also, I mean, if as an option, you could use something like rocket technicals. If you've got a swarm of little units.
Yeah.
You know, again, it's got its one main gun, but it fires 2 shots from it.
Yeah.
Which means it can't split those shots. Those shots have to go at the same target.
Yes.
So it's going to completely overkill one small thing. So it's got a second shot from its 2 side guns when they combine.
Yeah.
But that's only going to kill a second thing, maybe.
So so something cheap and swarmy like the rocket technicals.
cheap and swarmy rocket technicals, or if you've got just main battle tanks. You know, if you're looking at something like Sabres or Hunters, just basic frontline tanks which aren't too expensive. So you might have 3 to 6 of them, maybe.
Yeah.
This thing's going to struggle because if it will come in, it will kill 1, maybe 2 of them. The other 4 or 5, you know, are going to suddenly start pounding this thing, and it's going to get into a battle of attrition. It might not be able to win.
Awesome. Okay, guys, there you have it. That is the Leopard. Come on over to beastsofwar.com because right now, for Backstagers, we have another episode running, and it's all about the Panther for the Shaltari. So if you're interested in that, make the trip over. We'll see you again soon in more Drop Tactics.
Straps, you have to go, okay, a medium dropship can make it. Maybe I'll make the charge of that.
Yeah.
A light dropship probably won't. So those should probably, in your game plan, be trying to avoid it.
Really avoid it.
And not go, unless you've got no choice.
But the difficulty is it has infinite range.
Yes.
Which certainly makes avoidance more difficult.
It does. But however, what you'll find for most players...
Venture into the dangerous dungeons of myth as a mighty hero and stand against the darkness. Visit the Myth Hub on beastsofwar.com and begin your story. Become a general of mighty armies at the Kings of War Hub. Take command of elves, dwarves and orcs in this game of masked fantasy combat on beastsofwar.com.